First team we got is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
1 through 10 scale.
Offensively, probably like a 9 or a 10. I mean, they have James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. So I always assume that offensively they would probably be able to consistently put up points at a high level.
I agree with D Mills. I'm probably 8, 9, but I'm right there in the same area with the Cavs.
Yeah, I was thinking 8. It is still a lot of pressure on the Sam Merrills and the Jalen Tysons of their team to make those open shots like the Keon Ellises of the world, because we know that Donovan and James are going to draw so much attention that they're going to kick out. We just watched that Laker game last night, and the last 2 important shots were like Marcus Smart shots, you know? And that type of pressure is going to be on some of those lesser guys on the totem pole. So I would go like an 8.
Shout out to Marcus Smart for having the guts to take him, because I don't know if any other Laker role players is going to be ready
I
to
would
shoot.
hate to be in that role, man.
Yeah. The last one he missed him, he was open in the corner. He pointed to Bron like, as he got back on D, I'm like, damn.
How many times can we do that?
Yeah, it was like, we know.
Game 17 of it.
We
That was
know.
me. That was
How
my fault.
much?
Well, at that case, LeBron should just take a step back 3 then.
I agree. Or Luke, did Luka score in that fourth quarter?
Yeah.
He did, but
Okay. Or was it last 6 minutes or so he didn't score? It was a little period of time where he didn't score. Like, I'd rather him just take a step back over 4 than let Marcus Smart take the
Once I
other.
saw easily Jackson Hayes was going to switch with Rui Hachimura, the Lakers could have made all those threes. Jokic was going to come back and get a guarantee too. And y'all just they was willingly just giving up. And not that Jackson Hayes not switching was going to stop anything, but it's a little bit more resistance.
Even when we had the small ball lineup, we were playing sometimes we would have times we were rotating and playing good defense, but they would just kind of get to the rim. It's like nobody's there. So we just exerted 20 seconds of good energy on defense to just give up a layup. So you just can't really win out there on defense.
Then you do get to stop because they take the Jamal Murray corner shot, which you like, okay, that was a tougher shot.
That looked good,
Bruce
too.
Brown got the offensive rebound.
Yep. And that was kind of the game.
Yeah. How much does Evan Mobley's offense matter this playoffs now that they have James Harden? Like, do they need to lean on him as much?
Lean on him as much? No. As we've been saying for a couple of years, I think he is the skeleton key to unlock everything. I feel like when Evan Mobley does have good offensive games, I don't even mean like he's got to score 25 or 30, but just like efficient and aggressive games, I feel like more likely than not they win those games. And there's going to be some matchups in the Eastern Conference where they're just going to be bigger than their competition, and I would want to see him dominate. Like for a game of 2 nights ago, maybe that was against Brooklyn or whatever, there was many times where he had a small defender on him, and I loved everything I saw. Even if he didn't attempt a shot, he was trying to use that size to get, an easier look for himself. That's the type of stuff I'd rather see from Evan Mobley.
Yeah, I think it's very important for this run just because everybody got to be full hands on deck. There's no I had a bad series type moments. Like it's right now. So like everybody kind of got to come out and understand the assignment of that we only have a few year window here before everything has to change.
Your question was lean on him. I don't think they're going to have to lean on him. I think they need Evan Mobley to be Evan Mobley, and if in the midst of that he can have some standout offensive games, that'll be nice. But I think you went and got James Harden so you wouldn't have to lean on him knowing that may not be your best route.
I just think it's unfortunate Harden has his hand injury. That's why you think you may have to sometimes lean on Evan Mobley a little bit more than what you probably expected.
And we got 19 more games with it. He'll figure it out. I trust James.
I do too. And I think even if that's the case, you probably still not leaning on him because James Harden is going to play.
Yeah.
So as long as he's able to play, we've seen James Harden be able to be effective without being at his that Bucks Nets series. James Harden was like on one leg, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He's
He was
basically
being
a decoy for the last 2
and it
games.
worked. It worked against a really good defensive Bucks team. So I could see him still finding a way to be effective. And he's had some all right games already.
Yeah.
Next thing we got is the Houston Rockets.
Oh, boy, Mike.
That's why I put on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, it's the same question for all these teams.
If I went 8 for the Cavs, I got to go like 6 or 5 or 6
I was
for
gonna
the
go
Houston
5.
Rockets.
I was really gonna put it right in the middle. I don't know what they expect on a game-to-game basis from their offense, and also I think in a 7-game series when I look at a man and how he plays, and I don't know, it just seems like they have a schemable offense. And Reed Shepherd, yeah, he does make shots, but am I gonna trust that on
I hope so.
a 7-game series?
Hey,
should trust
they got
him.
no other choice but to try to trust
what else
that
you
man.
need to see before you say, are you going to trust it?
Playoffs is a big moment. Like that's when the lights are the biggest. That's when the teams are really locked in on their assignments. So like everybody got a time to plan for you.
I guess, but it's still basketball at the end of the day.
It is.
Ain't gonna forget how to play basketball because it's playoffs is in front of the game on the schedule now. Instead of TV, it's Rockets versus boom. Now they just put playoffs. It's still the same thing. I
just hope Ime trusts him enough. Like if he has a game, for game one of the first round where he doesn't have a good one, I hope that he don't just cut his minutes immediately because
he won't be
like
able to.
Thing.
Because I mean, if that's the case, they're gonna be in trouble.
I think
because look at what Jabari did last night.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
Some of these performances are gonna happen. Amin Thompson, like he said, is very schemable. So a lot of these guys could have a bad night, and I hope Ime ain't gauging them that hard because they gonna need some Reed Shepherd. Hell, last night he about one of the biggest reasons they had a chance.
Yeah, no, he
Such a bad
was
loss,
hooping last night.
You would think if you got a game from Reed Shepherd and Josh Okogie hitting threes that you would walk out of
That's
there
a
with
win.
a dub.
I think it was part of the reason why kind of
And it was who they lost to. You
Yeah.
didn't lose to San Antonio. You didn't lose to OKC or Denver in a tough battle. You lost to a Warriors team
To
that
LJ Cryer, yeah.
made me not want to turn this game on.
Brett
Anthony Melton
AirPods,
having an underrated year.
he's been good.
Al
Doing his thing.
Horford. But yeah, it was a little tough because I think the Reed Shepherd situation, like he was doing his thing so much, and like they were up in this game that like Kevin Durant didn't really have to insert himself until it came to like the last basically minute of the game. It felt like, and at that point it was just like we just gonna W. Nobody else really got over them anyway, and he
That
got
can't be the excuse though, because we've seen that for months now. If he inserted himself or didn't insert himself, yeah, the teams are just going to double you because that has seemed like the recipe to success against the Houston Rockets. And now that we are 18 games away from the playoffs and we still having this conversation, goes to Derek's main point, they have a schemable offense. And because of that, they're going to be a 5 to a 4 for me.
Yeah. There was at one point that Draymond Green was just denying Kevin Durant the
Yeah, he
ball.
just couldn't
at,
give him the
like,
ball
half
the
court.
whole fourth quarter. He
Not
touched the
at
ball
all.
like twice.
And I'm so tired of seeing it. I'm so tired of
as
seeing
soon
it.
as he did touch the ball one time, he had to shoot over like a double team too. So it's like
I just don't understand how, as a coaching staff, you don't when Draymond's denying him, y'all don't have no way of trying to get him the ball like at an easier point and get Draymond off of him.
yeah, and you can see sometimes when he's getting denied or he doesn't get the ball, he'll like.
He's just
Yeah,
gonna
man,
give
there.
up.
Yeah,
He just put his head
whatever.
down. It's like whatever, and then it ends up in a terrible shot because somebody else is taking. It's like, well, that possession ended how we kind of thought it was going to end.
Yeah. It's a rough, bad loss for that team.
They should just have a back pocket of denial. That's what I would call it. Once he get denied, we know what we can get to.
Yeah.
They just clear operation, Sengun, go to work, or whatever y'all need it to be. Because again, we in March, and I can't believe we still seeing some of this personally.
And now that most of their shooters are not shooters, and like Tari's not hitting shots, we just usually mentioned Jabari not hitting his shots right now. That's where things get real bad. That should be a game you win by 15 points.
Easily.
That's a bad thing.
And they had, well, Dwayne Finney-Smith ain't been doing nothing like
Ever.
they thought he would ever do with that sign up. So
So the Lakers were right.
apparently,
I think the Lakers were right.